Good morning, St. Francis. Good morning, people of God. It is Monday, the 29th day of April, 2024, Monday of the 5th week of Easter, the 30th day of the Easter season. There are some of our fourth graders getting ready to go into library today. We've just concluded morning prayer here. But on this 29th day of April, it is also the memorial of St. Catherine of Siena. I think that was fifth grade, again, going to art. St. Catherine of Siena, great Dominican sister. Again, there's Bernardine of Siena, who lived in the 1500s, but long before him was Catherine of Siena, who lived during the 1300s. And her claim to fame is that she tried to heal the Great Western Schism, a time in our church history in which there were at least 5 different popes, each vying for the title of a Vicar of Christ and the See of St. Peter. Again, because of the great divisions that were happening and different kings and different emperors and whatever, trying to control the church and trying to control the church's mission as well as its wealth, set up many different kinds of popes. And Catherine of Siena is not reconciled until 1417. And so Catherine tries to get some of these popes to basically what do you call abdicate? Have them abdicate so that there can be only one leader of the church. She is not necessarily very successful, unfortunately, but she never stopped doing that. So again, the wisdom of a woman, the wisdom and words of a woman, trying to get the church to come back together and to heal itself in the midst of division. Again, another fruit of the Easter season, to have courage to be able to do that. The readings for today, we hear Paul and Barnabas again doing their travels throughout the Eastern Mediterranean, into Greece and other cities there. And many of the Jewish communities that live in those cities do not want Paul or Barnabas there, and so they're trying to kill them. And so Paul and Barnabas have to flee to other places. And I think they go to Iconium or someplace like that. But it's there that they are able, that somehow Paul, again, heals a man who was crippled. He has him get up, walk about, and he does. And everyone is shocked and amazed by this. And the people basically think that they are gods that have come down from earth to do such great deeds. Well, naturally, people would think that. And so they call Barnabas Zeus, and they call Paul Hermes, and they want to go sacrifice oxen to them or something like that. And Paul is horrified by this. It says, "Stop doing this. We're just humans like yourself." But again, this is the sign of the great, a wondrous work of Jesus of Nazareth, risen from the dead. And whereas Paul says, Jesus let the Gentiles go their own way, or God let the Gentiles go their own way. God never forgot them. And again, because the illusion, the way that the rains come down and the crops grow and the world continues to move on, shows God's goodness even to them. And now it is revealed in a greater way through Jesus of Nazareth and his rising from the dead. The people kind of come to believe that, but they still want us to offer sacrifices to them, it says. It's kind of, in one way, a very comical way of looking at this. And so the people just don't know what to do with Paul and Barnabas, but they don't know what to do either with the message. And so more work needs to be done with Paul and Barnabas, that Paul and Barnabas see about spreading this good news of Christ's resurrection. And again, the change in human history that it brings about. In John's Gospel, again, the great discourses continue, and Jesus is talking about what he will offer to those, again, who dare to believe in him, and how, again, the apostles are supposed to carry this on. And one named Judas, and it specifically says, not the Iscariot. Again, this could be Jude Thaddeus. This could be the one that everybody prays to for hopeless causes today. He is the one who says, well, why are you revealing this all to us and not to everybody? And this is where Jesus says, you are to be the ones who are going to do that. You are to be the ones who are to be the messengers. And then the first of the promises of the Holy Spirit, the advocate who will stand with us and walk with us, is promised at this point in Jesus' speeches. What does that say again for all of us? Well, again, it's the idea that, again, if we are heirs to the apostles, because, again, we too believe and we too have come into relationship with Christ, and we recognize the fact that we are united with Christ, especially through baptism, then we too are messengers, of this good news. It is not Christ coming down like a bolt of lightning out of the clouds. It is not God basically giving visions and whatever it is. It is us, through our words. Again, because God takes us seriously. God always takes us seriously, and we have to kind of remember that, and we have to sort of live that out, that reality and that truth, that we are given this great responsibility to be messengers of the gospel, to be messengers of Christ's words of peace and forgiveness and hope and mercy and love again and again and again and again. It is up to us, fallible humans, it seems. Again, Paul was going to great lengths, in the Acts reading today, to tell the people of Iconium that he is not a god, and Barnabas is not a god. Human beings being given great abilities, or awakening within us great abilities to be witnesses and signs of God's love and God's peace in this world. Well, that's for everybody. That's for all of us. And Easter is again another a period of time in which we are called to remember what it is that we have been given to be these great signs of God's beauty and wonder in this world. It's not about sins, it's not about offenses, it's not about penances, it's not about anything like that. It's about what it is that we are called to do, and encouraging us to be just that in the world. A blessed Easter continues, St. Francis and people of God. May the Lord give you his peace.